conditions. As far as additional snowfall goes across the state of Maine, that's where you're looking at impressive amounts of over a foot of snow still expected on top of what you've already gotten. So some places, Greg, by the time the storm is gone tomorrow, could be looking at total accumulations of over 2 feet of snow. So a lot of snow out there. Yeah.
Was
Good
that
news
George?
here.
Was that video of George Bailey saving his brother Harry?
What?
I could have sworn I saw that on there.
Listen, I hope we get some snow in New York coming up soon. I want to do some snowball fights and all that good stuff.
All right. Thank you very much, Maria Molina.
Bye.
Well, the National Weather Service now confirming the Christmas Day storm system spawned more than 30 tornadoes. One twister in Mobile, Alabama was rated an EF2 with peak winds up to 135 miles an hour. The governor of that state today plans to tour areas damaged by the storm.
You can't tell it's our neighborhood.
Come on.
There's a house right there that, and at the stop sign, a stoplight, and it's completely caved in. There's a church down the street, and unless the steeple was attached, you couldn't tell it was a church.
We were sitting in the living room doing Christmas with the family, and all of a sudden the sirens went off, and not long after that we heard what sounded like a freight train just coming through. We grabbed the women and children, ran to the bathroom, threw them in the tub, and my brother-in-law and I just kind of stood watch over everybody.
Meanwhile, an EF3 twister was reported in Mississippi with peak winds of 140 miles an hour.
Funerals are now set for 2 firefighters killed in that Christmas Eve ambush in Webster, New York. Calling hours will be held tomorrow at the local high school for Michael Chaparini and Tomasz Kamowski. They will be laid to rest following separate funerals Sunday and Monday. The 2 firemen were killed on Monday in a sniper attack after a convicted felon, William Spengler, started the fire, destroying 7 houses. He went on a shooting rampage, killing the 2 firefighters as they responded and wounded 2 others before taking his own life. Police crediting the efforts of off-duty police officer John Ritter. He was injured by shrapnel while trying to protect wounded men.
As I pulled my vehicle to the north side of the road, I am behind the firemen. At no point did I see firemen. At no point did I see anyone actively shooting. I didn't see anyone in the area. So I am probably seconds. I come around that corner seconds after the fire department gets there. In my assumption, I don't have a sense of anything other than a round or something impacts my windshield. And then I hear multiple popping sounds after that, in addition to the ones I heard before. And at that point, I determined someone is shooting. At that point, I am no different than anybody standing in this room. I'm driving to work. You know, I am a police officer. I don't have any tools of my trade with me. You know, I don't have body armor. I don't have long-range weapons. I don't have my radio. I don't have anything. And I'm in a situation where someone is actively engaging me. So at that point, one of my first things was A, take cover, B, try to get out of the kill zone, and C, try to keep people from going in there.
The gunman had been convicted of killing his grandmother back in the 1980s and served 17 years in prison after he pled down from murder to manslaughter. He was on probation until 2006. And in Webster last night, the community gathered to remember the firefighters who were killed and pray for those who are still recovering from their wounds. The chief of the fire department says support is pouring in from all over the globe.
Right now, the whole world is grieving. It was amazing when I talked to this chief from Belfast, I'm sorry, Belfast, Northern Ireland, for 10 minutes on the phone. And when he got done, he was in tears on the other end, somewhere around the world. So you guys haven't been forgotten.
The 2 surviving firefighters are said to be awake and breathing on their own after surgery.
In Georgia, a man is accused of shooting at utility workers as they tried to restore power to his home. It happened in Gainesville on Christmas night. Storms brought down power lines at Donald Deal's home. Police say the crews were there to make repairs when Deal